So another huge win for the Broncos, but at this point in the season, every win is huge. And now joining us in studio is UCO defensive back of the year, Brandon Carter. BC, thanks for coming in, my man.
No problem, no problem.
All right, now, what were you thinking when you saw Trevor Moon just kind of float that pass to your man right there?
Well, I mean, that wasn't really my man, but I came off my route. I saw Tony Thompson was middling the out route and the deep route, and I just came off of it and just broke on the ball pretty good. You know, that's what I'm supposed to do, and came underneath, and first you got to catch it, then run with it. So that's what happened.
So what's up with that big hit you had on T-Bell after that? I mean, were you just in the zone and just you kind of smoked his chili on that?
Well, you know, all season I've been thinking, you know, the penalties about, you know, celebration. You know, you can celebrate with your teammates. So I figured, you know, try to think of something to do, and I figured, you know, the next time I do something, you know, pretty phenomenal, that first person that comes up to me, I'm going to give him a pretty good hit.
Next time you do something phenomenal, I'll just stay away.
Yeah.
Now, we had a great crowd on Saturday's game, the biggest crowd I've been to since I've been to school here. How important is it this Saturday to have the same type of atmosphere?
Oh, I mean, it's huge. It's huge. It's a big deal. I mean, you see that kind of crowd, and it just makes you feel like, you know, like you said, you know, good college atmosphere. You know, that's one of my things I say that's different between D1 and D2 is, you know, 60,000 people. I mean,
right.
You put 60,000 people at, you know, Wallen Stadium, and you know, you're gonna have a good football game just as good as any other game you'll see. So.
Okay, now this week, you guys, we said earlier, have Texas A&M Kingsville at home. How important is that home field advantage in this ball game?
I mean, that's just as big as the crowd. I mean, it's hard to go down to Kingsville and win, you know. I mean, they got a nice stadium, you know, they'll seat, you know, 20,000 people. You know, last time we went down there, it was like 22,000 people at the game. Unfortunately, you know, they're not yelling for you, so it's pretty good to have them at home again, you know, and we're going to try to, you know, not go in there thinking it's going to be another 38-9 win. You can't think that way. They're going to come up here, and they're going to be the team that we expected last time. So.
Right.
Now, like we just talked about, you're going to play Texas A&M Kingsville this Saturday. Now, if they had lost, you would have played Cal Davis. If you were to pick which team you'd rather face, which one would it be?
I would have rather have played Davis, honestly. I mean,
why is that?
It's just, you know, Kingsville's, you know, a real good football team. They're both good football teams. You know, anytime you get in this point of playoffs, you know, you're going to play, you know, all the teams are going to be good. I just wanted to, you know, I have just a little something for Davis, you know, that I wish I could have gave back to him, you know. That's a loss, you know, and, you know, let them see how it feels. A
little bit of a revenge factor then.
That's right. Let them see how it feels, you know, go home with a loss. That's all.
Speaking of going home with a loss, we want to send Kingsville home with a loss Saturday, but what's it going to take to beat Kingsville?
Just, you know, they're a running team. And, you know, we've been doing good against run all year. And if we just, you know, play real good, basic, fundamental football and not make any mistakes, and, you know, everybody's got to take care of their responsibilities against an option team like that. And that's what we did last game. We just got to really play together, and we'll shut them down again.
Now, Coach Howard has said many times that the defense, and this is just true, the defense is the heart and soul of any football team. How does the UCO defense carry over to the offense?
Well, you know, here lately it's been, you know, they've been, you know, feeding off of what we've been doing, you know. And, you know, early in the season, you know, everybody wasn't playing as good as they should have been. And, but here lately, you know, everybody's been clicking. And, you know, Saturday, really both sides of the ball wasn't UCO football. And kind of went in there a little flat, you know. I don't know if it was because first-time jitters for some of the guys, but you know, we've played Kingsville before, so coming in this game, there's going to be so much, you know, intense, you know, playing that it's, you know, you're liable to see one of the best Bronco football games you've ever been to before.
Now, what is the attitude of the fellas right now, knowing that they've already, I mean, they came out and spanked Kingsville in the second game of the season. What's the attitude of the guys going into this ball game?
Well, you know, I haven't really got to see, you know, really what it is yet, you know. I mean, you know, today is pretty much watching film and, you know, over Chadron and, you know, a little bit of talk about Kingsville, but, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, you know, when they come in, it's not going to be the same Kingsville team that we saw, you know, 10 weeks ago. You know, it's going to be, you know, they'll be more physical. You know, they're going to be out for a little something, you know, revenge. You know, they're going to want to win the game. You know, nobody's going to come in thinking you're going to lose. You know, you always got to have that state of mind that you're going to win. And they just, you know, everybody on the team knows that, you know, they need to come out and play their best game. Or, you know, if they don't, you know, my little saying I say every week, you know, you got to play like it's your last game, every game. Because if you don't, especially at this point of the season, you know, it will be your last.
Now, with Luter and Morton stopping the run and the secondary and yourself playing the way that you guys are playing at this point in the season, the defense has to be at its most confident point. Is that what's going on? You guys are clicking like crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we go out on that field, you know, and we call it, you know, legalized brawling. And that's because, you know, what we do on that football field, you know, you can't get thrown in jail for. So, I mean, we go out there and we have total confidence that we can just go out there and just, you know, pulverize anybody we want and stop any. We have total confidence that nobody can run on us in the country. We don't care who it is. I mean, we'll go down south, you know, 40 minutes, and, you know, we'll put that away too, just like any other option team we've seen.
I like that.
All right, BC, we have to take a break. When we come back, an ode to the good old Central Blue. Highlights of the entire Broncos season from the second win over Kingsville to the big win 2 weeks ago at Northeastern. More still to come on The Huddle.